Who's heard this one? I don't want to buy now and then watch the market crash. Does it sound familiar? If you're thinking about buying a rental property now, you probably had that same fear. I've had it and I get it. Rates have jumped, prices have dipped, the media loves a property panic headline, but here's the truth. Waiting for the perfect moment usually is how landlords miss the real opportunity. In this video, I'm going to show you why the let's wait for the crash mindset doesn't help you win. I'm going to show you what to do instead and how to buy smart in this market. My name's Jess, I'm a landlord. I've done over 1,200 buy-to-let deals in my time. It's my mission to help you start, scale or optimize a property portfolio. If you find this useful, please share it, like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. Grab a pen, let's go. So, the crash prediction cycle, let's start there. Every year, someone says the market's going to crash, don't they? What was it? In 2020, it was COVID. In 2022, it was interest rates. In 2023, it was inflation. It was a really nice experiment when someone took newspaper clippings from a 100-year period, and apart from the fact that the older ones talk slightly differently, you couldn't differentiate. The same news, just the bad headlines was just regurgitated over and over. In 2025, people said, remortgage cliff, election uncertainty, war, Trump tariffs, repossessions. But look what actually happened. Prices wobbled, yes, but they didn't crash. They never crash. Banks lend at what, 75% loan to value to landlords? If you're owner occupier, 85, 90. They keep a very small buffer and they know that property prices, even in the worst crashes, do not come down for that amount. They're not stupid. Prices don't crash. They might wobble a bit, but they don't crash. But during that time, rents exploded. Meanwhile, experienced investors like me were buying underneath all those wobbly values. Why? Because they understand, I understand, one thing that unfortunately most people miss. It's not about timing the market, it's about your time in the market. Let's look at the cost of waiting. I'll give you an example. Investor A waits 2 years for the market to drop 5%. But during those 2 years, here's what actually happened. They miss out on £15,000 in rental income, that's our typical deal. They lose out in £7,000 on capital growth, that's conservative. And in this case, they pay higher mortgage rates when they do finally buy, all to save 5% of the purchase price, maybe. That's the cost of waiting. What would the crash have cost you? Every month you delay can cost you thousands in opportunity, in momentum, and that is compounding, and that's the problem. What actually matters then? Here's the shift. This is what you need to be thinking. Stop obsessing over when you buy, start focusing on what you buy. Ask yourself, does this deal pay for itself at today's rate? Can I add value or improve the rent? Will this still work over a 5 to 10 year hold period? Because over that time frame, short-term dips fade. And as long as you get through them and you're making profit every month and you never had any intention to sell, a short-term dip, you would never even know. If your plan stacks, your risk is managed. You're not buying a lottery ticket, you're building a portfolio, don't forget. So how do you protect yourself if the market does dip? If you're worried the market might still dip, there's things you can do to protect yourself. The first one, the most obvious one, is to buy below market value or add value through a refurb. It's something that we would advocate always if you can do it. Next, focus on rental yield and ensure you make a decent monthly profit. That's going to protect you. Stress test your mortgage. What happens at 7 or 8%? Think about it. Keep a contingency fund for voids, repairs, surprises. That makes you sleep easy at night. Make sure your exit strategy is clear. Know your refinance options before you buy. Know what you could sell it for too, if you have to. Can't eliminate risk, but that list of things, it's going to control it as best as you can. You need a strategic mindset shift to get away from this, what if it all crashes? So let's just sort of zoom out a bit. The best investors I know, they're not trying to snipe the bottom of the market. They're building momentum, one smart deal at a time. They're not asking, what if prices dip? They're asking, will this stake still make me money If they do dip, and that's the difference, you can use some of the tools that we provide you with. We've got our BRRR calculator, we've got a stress test checklist, easy for me to say. We've got a bright buying criteria filter, like a flow chart. It takes the emotion away. We give all that stuff away, by the way. You know, use the logic, the structure, the support. It's all there. Sign up, come and meet us, come and see us. You know, we'll have that conversation. It all gets wheeled out. It's all for you to use. So look, let's wrap it up a bit. Should you wait for the market to crash? If that's really what's holding you back, honestly, you'll be waiting forever, because fear does not go away. Those headlines in the newspapers, they're always the same. There are always a dozen reasons not to do something scary. But action builds clarity. If you want to make the right move, not just a safe one, we've built all those tools to help you. Join our community of landlords. You'll find our newsletter a constant source of inspiration. It could be the thing that I've spoken to quite a few clients, said that's the thing that got me off my seat and got to do it. So hopefully it'll be for you. Action's got power in it. I think it's a Goethe quote, that, isn't it? So like, subscribe, share, pass this message around, and hopefully you'll spark something in other landlords as well. For thelandlord.com, for behind the scenes access, stuff the others won't tell you, real numbers, real deals, real support. I hope you found that video useful. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.